Welcome everyone to the Gabe podcast, not the gay one. We are surprisingly heterosexual. So, believe it
I
or
don't know.
not.
I've kissed a lot of men.
Oh, well, almost for Colin.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Hi, I'm Colin, but I'm best known by CARCELLA
indeed.
or Nero X or Steve Rickman and the Casino Monks. I have a lot of band names.
And he's going to change it very soon again.
Yeah, did I tell you what I'm going to change it to? Ego Vox.
Ah, okay. You might have told me that.
EGOVOX. It's nice. It's three letters.
Indeed.
But yeah, we're here to discuss my music, my upcoming music,
Yep.
my past music. Just music.
Indeed. Lots of
So,
music. I don't know how you have the time to create so much music, honestly.
Dude, seriously, I'm just like, I don't know. Well, it's kind of funny because I do it in my free time. Like, remember when I had my band Blue Shoes? I was like, man, it'd be awesome, like, if I could just work on stuff, like, when I wish I could do it by myself. I wish I could be like, all right, like, lunch break, and then just run downstairs and work on stuff. Not have to, like, it's much more tedious and long to have someone come over. So, yeah, but that never really happened. And then I'm like, oh, and I started my own band, which was originally Steve Rickman and the Casino Monks. And I don't know. So, like, 6 months for me is the equivalent of, like, probably, like, 3 years for a regular band. That's why I produce albums also so quickly.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Like, you released Gothic Therapist Convention, and then, like, how many months later was it when you released Glamorized Garbage? Because it felt like it was so soon, and there were so many tracks on that album.
Let me check. It'll say. I'll Google it because it's on.
Nice.
It's on iTunes. Check it out on iTunes if you want. Check it out
Indeed.
on Spotify. Yeah, hold on. Gothic. Dude, you have no. Dude, listen to my old stuff. I released. Oh my. Yeah, it was on my Bandcamp.
I
But,
literally have
man.
all of your stuff downloaded.
You serious? Even like my oldest stuff?
Like Steve Rickman?
Oh my gosh, dude, you're dedicated. No
I've-
one listens to that.
I have heard everything. I even listened to the whole, what was it, like a 16-minute freaking track? And then it comes in
Wait,
at
what?
like 10 minutes. You have like, oh goodness, what was the album? Tattooed Frustration, I think it was?
Oh yeah,
and
the, like,
at the
20-minute
very
track?
end, yeah. I never listened to the whole thing anymore. It was just like a one time, and I'm like, I'm not doing this again.
Okay. But no, July 23rd, I released my first album, and then let's see, probably like and then August 4th, I released my next one.
Man, that's
Oh my gosh.
wow.
And then August 4th, and then October 28th, so like 2 months later, and then Psalms of Skepticism released February 2018. Like, I waited quite a while to release that.
Yeah. So, like, do you have just music kind of laying around at some times, and then you kind of overlap projects, or?
Yeah, wait, hold on. March, April, May, June, July. Oh, dude, Gothic Therapist Convention came out in March, and then Glamorized Garbage came out in July. So that was like a few months. But yeah, I guess, wait, what is it, July? It's now January. Oh, my new album come out a couple months. Anyway, yeah, I guess I have like a lot of. Well, I recently transferred computers because I was going through my parents' closet because I do. I think I was looking for like, I don't know, soap, and I found my old computer that I had gotten rid of, but I think it crashed. I was like, it's dead. My parents were like, well, and then my parents were like, okay, well, you can have our computer because we're like getting a new one. But I recently found it, and so I'm using that one. I'm using that one now, and like it's just, I don't know. I've kind of I transferred thing. I didn't really transfer anything, and so like, yeah, I was starting fresh. So I did occasionally. Here's some news. I actually started a new band recently because
An actual
I was
band?
like,
With more than one person?
well, no, me. Well, I have actually, in a way. I have a band called Open Palm with my friend James. He plays guitar and sings and writes lyrics, and I sing and play drums and write lyrics. So it goes both ways.
Nice.
It's like indie/metal. There's a lot of screaming because it's like, I don't know, it's really weird. He's a jazz musician. He's a jazz guitarist, so like a lot of the chords are so odd that I can't find a vocal melody. So like, oh, I'll just scream all the lyrics. That works.
Nice.
But yeah, but I have that band, and then I was like, wow, I produce a lot of music. I better like make a new band. And also, okay, do you remember the song "My Only Rise" off of Glamorized Garbage?
Yes, I'm trying to remember which one that was because there's like.
It was the really, really heavy one. It was the second to last track.
Oh, was that the one where we're just like screaming everything practically?
Yeah, dude, wicked song.
Yeah, because I
But
don't know
it's-
why, but I get that one and what was it, like Forceful Breed? I think it was. I get those two confused because I think one of them is just like screaming, and the other one has like like a tinier
Yeah.
voice. I don't know.
That really hurts my voice. It's like the back of my throat.
How many takes did that take? I feel like you had to do that a couple times, like throughout
like
a couple
each,
weeks.
Each verse is like a different recording, pretty much. Like not like each line almost is a different recording, because I was like, I wanted to get it all good, and also you have to be really dehydrated, because if you don't, it'll sound like gross. So I have to swallow a lot. Hold on. So she said.
Cough, fag, back of the pain, my balls will look better in your veins.
So I'm assuming we will never
man.
get a live performance of that track.
I'm gonna play it live. I
Really?
do play it live. It's
Good luck,
a
my
great
friend.
song. Oh, that is so Marilyn Manson. But anyway, My Only Rise, amazing song, but no one likes it. It's the least listened song on my thing. And also, remember Window Shopper on Gothic Garbage Convention?
Yeah.
No blood on the floor. Yeah, that
Yeah,
song. Dude, it was honestly my favorite song off of the album, but no one listened to it. So I was like, all right, because it's alternative. So I'm like, all right, I'm making a new band called Pope Mayo, like Pope Mao. Yeah, Mayo was the first name of this like Korean general from the 1800s who like had the most he has like the highest genocide count. He's got like 70 million people he's killed. So yeah, of course it had to be edgy. But yeah, it's all metal. It's extremely heavy, extremely dark. It's great. I like produce so many songs. It's actually a lot of rap too, because I write really late when I'm like feeling really, really, I don't know, angry or whatever. And I can't play drums, but I'm like, you know what? I want to, and I want to make a song, so I just add electronic drums. So it's honestly like pretty rap heavy in a way.
Are those
I've had to
are those like electronic drums that you produce yourself, or are they ones that it's like an automatic?
Oh no, I produce them.
Nice.
No, it's like a keyboard. I'm like,
Oh yeah, of course.
but yeah, I produce quite a lot.
As you can tell by your Bandcamp.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. I've released so many albums.
It's crazy.
Kind of sad, actually. Blue Shoes has come together quite a few times in the past couple months. Like, we've just hung out, and we've tried to write, and I'm like, we got nothing. I don't know. Like, never have I had less chemistry with like a writer. I don't know. We just mess around, and like, I feel like there's no goal we have. I don't feel like we're like writing towards anything. Like Open Palm, like my friend James is really determined to like finish an EP soon. We have like 6 tracks. It's pretty good actually. It's great stuff. He's a really good writer. But with Blue Shoes, we released like 1 EP, and I actually love it. I recently re-listened to it. So I'm like, this is so good.
It is pretty solid.
And it's cause I re-listened to it because I was listening to some song. And I remember I saw like a video of how the band made. I saw a video of how the band made the song, and so I was like, "Huh, that's really like cool." But it sounds like they're all playing at the same time. But in the video, they were all playing, like everything was recorded separately. And so I'm like, "Oh, I wonder like how bands vary in sound when they play different or together." And the Blue Shoes EP, Emotions and stuff, was recorded in one room. Like I hooked up, like we had a mic on my kit. We covered that with a bunch of blankets, snare, 2 overheads, and then we had an amp on Chris's guitar, and that was like covered by a giant blanket so it wouldn't bleed through. And then we just both like plugged in earbuds to the computer and listened to it from there. Point is that was recorded together, but like our other EP. What's it called?
Tedious.
Hold on. tedious. How do you know that?
Because I listened
that was
to it
recorded-
on the rig.
That was recorded all separately, and it's really good. But I was like, oh, okay. And honestly, I like emotions and stuff better. It's raw, probably because we weren't able, like, when you record, you have, like, all the separate tracks, but something was broken with, like, the mics, like the mic setup and the interface, which is the box you use to record all the mics in. Something was broken, so we had to record all the drums and all the guitars on one track. So we couldn't really mix it. We couldn't, like, mess with it or edit it, because if you edit to one thing, everything was edited. I think we added, like, a little bit of reverb, and that's all we did.
Wow. So it's basically just
vocals
raw for the most part.
Yeah, vocals were separate, but, like, I had no idea how to mix either, so it was, like, nothing. So, yeah, nothing really sounded, but it was great, though. I loved it. But I would have preferred more bass. But, yeah, that was cool. But, yeah, Blue Shoes, kind of dry.
And we'll never see a reunion.
Well, might be. There's a website my friend showed me, and it's like, it's really, if you want to start a band, like, with someone who lives in, like, a different country or state, because you can record songs, upload them straight there, and you can download them. And so, pretty much, you can just, that's how I've recorded a lot of songs with James. He sent me songs, like, hey, I recorded this, work with it. So, yeah, I don't know how much the guitarist of Blue Shoes actually practices. He's at college right now. But if he does, and he's willing to, like, write some songs while he's in his dorm or whatever, then record them, like, on his phone and send them to me, then I'll just I'll work with them. He can literally just, like, record. And actually, I think it's in a way kind of cool. I support people making bands across the internet, and I've tried, but everyone's always like, "No, man, you need, like, in-room chemistry." I'm like, no, you don't. And it's honestly better if it's not, because if you write a song, like, oh, this is cool, if you send it to somebody, then they're forced to work with that, and they have to be really creative to get it to sound good. It's not like, let's simplify it. It's not like, let's simplify everything to make it sound better. Like, you have to work really hard with it, and it's awesome. So
yeah,
I'm honestly for that. Because
otherwise it's almost like there's, at least the way it sounds like there's no effort if it's like, oh, you just have to be in the same room.
Yeah, seriously, like, I'm never going to release this, but when Chris and I hung out a couple days ago, he played this really, like, shitty pop punk song, and I ad-libbed all the lyrics. I was like, I hate my mom and dad. It was one take, and I started laughing through halfway through the song, because Chris started laughing, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. It was just a mess.
Man.
But yeah, that was fun.
Sounds good. So, like,
all right,
I forgot exactly what I was going to say. But, well, okay. When can we expect something new? Because are we in somewhat of a bigger pause than usual? Since, I mean, the pauses we've had so far have been, like, 3 months at the most?
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I'd say so. Many reasons why. Probably because, well, also my friend he does what I do. He makes music, produces it. Like, he has a band, granted. It takes a lot longer, but, like, with the website we both use to release music, you can put a set date for, like, when you want the album released, or you can just put it for whenever you want released, or you can just put it, like, soon as possible. And so and so instead it'll just release whenever it comes out, and you can, like, find out, and it'll email you saying, hey, your album's been up. But if you want, you can just put it, like, on a certain date. It'll be released at that point. And so I'm going to do that, because he's like, it's really important to promote the album before it comes out, like, create anticipation.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right. Like,
that's true.
It's really only worked with Eminem because he's already famous.
Yeah, that's true. And usually whenever you have an album coming out, no one knows until, like, the day that it's out.
Yeah. Talk about it. I mean,
if you had, like, 5,000 more followers, then that would be a cool bombshell, but you don't. So.
And that is going to be tough. It was hard to decide with, like, music, like, my career, I guess. It was hard to decide with, like, my professional part and my personal part on deleting my Instagram, which had, like, 1,400 followers. But I was like, I hate that people can, I don't know, people were like, people from, like, my school or whatever, it was really easy to find me on social media, and I was like, I hate that. But it wasn't really negative. I hated that people were able to find me so easily. I'm like, F you, okay? Why should you know who I am? Okay, like you have to work to know who I am. So yeah, I just deleted it. I'm like, you're all annoying, and I created a much more small private one. You follow that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I
Well,
don't
like,
tell people about it.
Yeah. Hey, does Colin have Instagram? No, he deleted it. Never remade a new one.
Even though now the secret's out, but you're not going to find
Seriously,
it.
but well, you don't know the name, do you? I changed the name.
Yeah.
Booyah. But the point is, though, is I now have no publicity. Granted, I have you, and I like kind of want to hit up my friend who's in that band to be like, yo, like, give me a shout out. But he's, I don't know, pretty famous, and I can't really imagine him. He makes like metalcore. It's not really my thing. I like it. I'm saying it's not my genre. Oh, actually, do you know the band Mindless Self-Indulgence?
I do not believe I do.
Okay, they're one of my favorite bands, and they're just really, I don't know, weird. And they created their own record label because they had this song called Panty Shot, which was about pedophilia, but it was told in like a really humorous light. And like no label would sign them, but they were like, we really want that song on there. And so they had to create their own records I think it's called The End Records. And so I've been DMing the band of MSI constantly saying like, yo, like sign me because like I can't imagine anybody else would.
Yeah.
Like you're into weird music, you make weird music. Come on, man, I'm with you on this boat. I don't know, but I just can't find any place to like sign me. I don't know, like it's really hard to get out there in general. And I've always been like, against record labels, but I'm like, I want publicity. I want something. I'm working really hard at this.
Yeah.
I want it, man.
Maybe I feel like it would have to be some sort of underground indie label or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, and I've looked for a lot of them, but also because I don't fit that. Like, I don't know, like my new album. Yeah, still, my album is more indie and it's more put together, but it's heavier. Like I screamed more. My last album, I screamed virtually like not at all, but like my new album that I'm working on, I scream a lot. And here's also why you can wait. You can probably guarantee it'll be a little while before it comes out because I have a song on there. It's probably the best song, like in my opinion. I was like chilling, and I'll hum it. It's like ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba ba. I hummed that, and I went downstairs, played on the piano. I called James of Open Palm and was like, "Yo, you need to come over. I need you to like play this on guitar." So he put it on guitar, and it was such a good song. It's a swing song. And I was like, I really, really want a saxophone solo in this song.
Oh, man.
Really badly.
That sounds
and I know, like,
sick.
Yeah, and I know like one saxophone player who can actually like ad-lib like a solo lives really far away, and like I'm going to need to go to his house. Yeah, I'm going to need to go to his house. And so it's going to be like really hard to like arrange that cuz he's like 15, he doesn't drive. So it's just going to be like really, I don't know, that I want on there, and I'm like, I'm not compromising. No. And like Some of the Skepticism, if you've ever noticed, came out like pretty good chunk. Okay, let's see. July, August. I released another EP in August, October, and then February. That was because I had made an album. I written all the songs, and then like my first 4 albums or first 3 albums with that and then that EP were all made on one mic, like everything. I had the most complex. I would put the mic in the weirdest places in order to get all the drums, and it actually sounded okay. But then I got like more mics, and I was like, I really want to record this with several mics. It's gonna sound a lot better. So yeah, I did that, and I had to re-record everything. So that kind of sucked, and it was tedious, and but that was why it took so long. But this album, well, go ahead, ask me some more questions. I'll answer them before I start rambling.
Yes. So what was it like starting out in music? Just in general, actually. This is rambly. What got you to like want to make music in the first place? Like probably starting out with Blue Shoes, I would assume.
Yeah, actually I had a band like way back. Yeah, this band called we're gonna call it Dripping Shadows. What a dumbass name. But yeah, it was me and this dude, and then he was so unmotivated to ever. What the fuck are those dogs? He was so unmotivated to ever hang out, and I was like, "F you, dude." And actually, he's really, really bad at guitar, so I was like, whatever. And then I started a band with my friend named Joseph. That was called, what were we called? We were called Flair, Margot. I think we settled on Margot because Margot was a cool name. I think we just liked the name Margot. And he played ukulele and piano, but he's not terribly like musically motivated. We wrote like 3 songs. I still have them actually, but they're never gonna come out ever.
Really?
We'll never hear my sweet prepubescent. I was like 14. You'll never hear my sweet young voice.
Not even in like
fuck.
a CARCELLA documentary, and you'll have to put those in there.
I was considering remixing one of the songs, re-recording the vocals, and posting it. You might hear that, maybe. It's called a song called Tracks. It's because Joseph and I were supposed to like hang out in Chicago all day, and then we missed the train twice. So we're like, all right, let's write a song called Tracks. We wrote it like it was a breakup song. It's actually about missing the train, which is still really funny to me. I don't know why.
That's. I mean, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so we had that. I had that, and then I was like, I want to make music on my own in my own free time. So I like had this keyboard that I got for free for somebody, and I was like, all right, well, I can record it. I can record drums. Like I can do all of this. So I'll just start. I started doing that. What was it? All Your Friends Are Lying to You was like not all of that actually. I'd say Frank Is Dead. Have you listened to that EP?
Yeah, it was only like 2 songs, right?
Dude, one of my favorite pieces I've ever made.
Really?
Don't know why. I just love it so much. Like Valen, is it called Valen Part 2? It is called Valen. Because I wrote a song originally called Valen, and like I didn't ever release it, but so it's called Valen Part 2, and it's so good. That song Valen Part 2 is like 6, has like so many instrumentals. It's so beautiful. It's my most melodic thing I've ever released. I might re-record it, man. It's so good, but so badly produced that I'm like, I gotta. And then you have Friend in quotations, also a great song. It's just so good.
Yeah.
But then after that, I released, All Your Friends Are Lying to You, and I love that. That's such a good album. Like, that was when my friends heard it. They're like, oh, actually, this is pretty good. I'm like, thanks, dude. And then I released Psalm of Skepticism, My Kid. I love that album so much.
You said you were gonna like re-record that, right?
Yeah, no.
No, you decided to just not.
I feel like I might ruin it if I re-record it, and
you don't want to mess with it.
Like, I re-recorded 2 songs, and one of them sounded a lot better, and then one of them I re-recorded it, and it sounded kind of worse. I re-recorded Sushi, but mostly because I'm gonna play that song live, and my live shows, if they ever do happen, it's just gonna be karaoke virtually. I'll have live drums, but it's just gonna be karaoke virtually. I'll have the instrumental playing over like an amp, and then I'll have an actual drummer because that's important, and then I'll sing. But yeah, what were we gonna say?
Just speaking of live shows, I was thinking it would be like interesting. I'm not sure if you'd be into it, but would you do like a live, album or EP or something?
Oh yeah, dude. If I play live,
I feel like the first time you play live should be captured in some way.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I'm going to publicize hard for that.
Oh yeah,
because I just want to.
I mean, I will make it a priority to make it to a show. Honestly.
Thanks. And like it's gonna be tough though, because off the record, I got expelled from school.
Uh-oh.
Not gonna go into how or why, but like I'm no longer at school. So however though, I did recently create a Twitter, and like since I'm not at school anymore, I kind of wanted to have like, I don't know, a voice almost, even though I'm out of school, because I wouldn't say I'm popular, but I'm pretty provocative, and so like I'm provocative around a lot of people, and if I'm provocative around any white girls, it's gonna get out because white girls are like a cult. They're all like they're all acquaintances. They're all, even if they hate each other, they're acquaintances in some way or another. So like, yeah. And so I created Twitter, and I'm following like all the most like basic popular people at school. Sounds so stupid, but it's good though. Now I can like, it's sort of like I'm not really gone, and it's sort of nice. So yeah, I like started a fight with a teacher on Twitter.
Nice. Well, I am now going to ask 2 more questions just to wrap this up, and I think they're pretty decent ones. So can you explain where you came up with each name?
Oh, okay. So Steve Rickman and the Casino Monks. Wait, from like Blue all the way back to like.
Yes,
Okay.
to all the way
All
to
right.
the future.
All right, Dripping Shadows just sounds awesome. This is because like, you don't imagine fire dripping, but fire does drip. If you like hold it up, it might fall. But like shadows, it just sounds cool. Okay, it just sounds cool.
That's true.
And then I been with my friend Joe. It was really called the Loners because at like one time within the span of like an hour, our like one of our family members was like, Joe, you're such a loner. Like, Colin, you're such a loner. And I was like, I'm in no way are we loners, but let's go with that. And then Margot is just an awesome name. All right, now to the good stuff. Blue Shoes, that came up because originally, I don't know if you ever knew, Blue Shoes was originally called Last Night.
I
And
don't
that's
think
just
I
'cause-
did.
Okay, it just sounded cool. That was forced. I was like, band name, go. And I was like, how about Last Night?
Bruh, last night, that'll get radio play.
Yeah, honestly, it's just stupid. But then Blue Shoes, it's because I'm in Boy Scouts, or I used to be, and one time I don't know why my mom was always like, don't buy like Vans or Converse, they have horrible support, and they do, but who cares? But like, I was at a thrift shop and I bought a pair of these blue Vans, like very, very bright blue Vans. They were like neon. And even when I was young, even when I wore them and I was so unaware, I was like, I look really gay. But yeah, they were like an inside joke of my Boy Scout trip for the longest time. And Chris Wood was in Boy Scouts with me. So yeah, Blue Shoes. All right. Steve Rickman and the Casino Monks came up because I was like, all right, I love the name Steve Rickman. It sounds manly. It sounds good. And then the Casino Monk part came from like, what's like not an adjective, but what's like a name for a group of people, but they're so weirdly opposite. And so I'm like, Casino Monks. Like, can you imagine monks in a casino? It's like the loudest place on earth. So I'm like, yeah, that's really weird. So it's just unfathomable. I like that. And then I changed it to Nero X just because it sounds cool. And then I found out there's already a band called Nero. And I was like, okay, well, frick. So I created the band. I looked up, oh my God, I like Nero X. So I want to run with Roman emperors. Nero, was an emperor. So I found a Roman emperor called CARCELLA. I'm like, all right, I'll take out a syllable. CARCELLA. That's cool. And then people kept pronouncing it CARCELLA.
Including
It's not
myself, I apologize.
Yeah, you. It's not CARCELLA. Like, it's almost like you're too grammatically advanced. Like, you see it and you're like, CARCELLA. Well, that wouldn't be it, because the C is pronounced like an S. No. So, yeah, that was just really ridiculous, and people kept, like, saying it CARCELLA. And so I went through so many names in the past, like, couple weeks. I had Sober God, because I'm like, I'm a god, and musicians are always, like, talking about being high, and I'm really not, ever. So, like, I'm a sober god. My mom's like, don't put the word God in there. And I'm like, yeah, it's a little, I could offend, like, my entire family, like, my immediate family. So, no. And I came with Ego Vox. So I originally wanted to call myself the Great Ego because I have a giant ego, but also because Ego Vox, because I really, like, my favorite rapper probably is Slug Christ. And I like that because everyone calls him Slug. And I'm like, okay, I'm a band, yes, but, like, I'm an artist. And I want people to, like, Ego Vox is something you can actually call someone, like, hey, Ego Vox, or Ego. Like, you can call someone that. I don't know, it just fit really well. So, yeah, my band name is now Ego Vox. EGOVOX.
Nice. Boom.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
All right. Now, last thing. The final question. Here we go.
Final countdown.
Although it's not even really a question. It's more of a, like, hey, do this. But
That's really high for me.
dang, son. Speaking of real quick, I just wanted to say one time I was showing Dazed Love to a couple people. And
Good song.
And yeah, that's one of my favorites. And the part where crap, what was it? Hold on, I gotta think of what it was. Oh shoot.
I know what you're talking about. The really high note.
Passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive. Wait, hold on. Okay, it's because I was like, wow, I haven't like sang high on this album at all, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I can see why you're so passive aggressive. Oh, it's
Because, dude,
Like-
because I showed that to them, and they were kind of talking over it, and then once that happened, they looked like, dude, what? They were like insanely like they loved it.
actually as a botch when I listened to that when I recorded it because I was like, I want to go the highest I can, but it sounds weird. It's like but it's good. It's good. You know what? It's good.
Yes. Anyway, final thing. So, to the people who haven't listened to your music, what are some must listens for a first time listener?
Don't wait for my new album. That's the thing. It's also why I created a new aim because I showed my friend my band. She go, oh, cool. And she hit shuffle like on my entire discography, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like,
You should.
and
Okay, yeah,
get
listen
that,
in
I
order.
guess.
That's true. But
Well, who does that? But I was like, okay, you know what? No, because I have so many bad songs. Like, Gothic Therapist Convention, not a very good album. It's catchy, but it's not very good. And so I'm like,
it has ones here and there that are really good.
Yeah, Fraud, dude. Everyone loved Fraud, and I didn't expect that, but it's a great song. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and so I'm like, all right, I want to have a page where like, maybe I won't like every song, but every song's at least presentable and good. I don't ever want to be like, don't listen to that song. Like, that's bad. Like, whatever. Go ahead. If you want, listen to it. So, yeah, my new album is going to be a lot better, much better produced. A lot better produced. It's also guitar-driven. I bought an electric. It's currently under my feet. But, yeah, I bought an electric from a thrift shop, and then I got new strings. And I learned a little bit. I learned bar chords, which, if you don't know, is what Green Day writes all their songs on. So yeah, like hey, here's a treat for all of you hardcore fans. Killer Brat, remember that song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I reproduced it. It's gonna be on my new album.
Oh dang.
Like everyone loved that album, but like I wasn't like producing really well at the time, and so the drums sounded so bad. So I'm like, all right, like electronic and the real ones. So I lengthened it a great deal too. It's just so good. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So yeah, don't listen to it. Like, prolong your wish and just wait for the new album. I will say, new album gonna be called Neutrality.
Is
that's been in my head
is
for,
there
like,
gonna be a song in it called Ajit Pie?
No, you. I was. Oh, I get it. I'm actually for net neutrality in a way, but I don't want to jump into that. All right, cool. Well,
Anyway,
it's been good talking with
yes,
talking
I would
with
assume
you.
though. But wait, hold on. What was I going to say? So yes, basically, just everyone listen to Glamorized Garbage because that's his most solid full length yet.
I'm David Colt signing off.
That is correct. Okay.
All right. Toodaloo.
See you next time. Leave stuff in the comments for what you would like on another podcast episode. And we will see you some point. I don't know when. That's all.